Well, we're finally having a hot summer day. It seems like it's been just rain this year, but it happens. At least it made everything nice and green and growing a lot. So today I've been trimming some off of this ornamental cherry tree. It bears flowers in the spring that are pretty, but that's about it. Underneath it I have a bed where there was potatoes planted. And so I've been building up the soil with them as I'm cutting the grass. And I'm wanting to sheet mulch another bed. And so to make my mulch, I'm going to use the trimmed trees that I have, and I'm going to use the mower to mulch them up for me. First I cut them up just in chunks big enough that the mower will pick them up and at least break it up a little bit. This will give us some good leafy green matter, and plus the woody biomass, which should make for some good soil. So now, as you can see, all that is mulched fairly well. The sticks end up a little long, but think of it as a hugelkultur. As they rot, they'll maintain moisture that it'll slowly give out to the bed, plus nutrients as it rots away. We could dump this out and chop it again if we liked, but I think for the purposes we have today, it should serve fine. Okay, I've raked everything up. I've got a whole wheelbarrow full now. The sun's just beating down hot today. It's awesome. I'm quite happy about it. We're gonna be hopefully being able to start building flower beds today. I've got an entire wheelbarrow for my compost. I'm just thrilled. That'll be great. And I'm not done yet. I'm gonna take the weed eater again once some of this grass dries out a little more. It's drying fast. Take that grass right down to dirt. I don't want it there. And the funny thing is, I planted it there just a couple years ago. All grass is money-taking crop that doesn't get you anything. So that's why I'm putting vegetables and everything like that in here. Some crops that I can use, and they get a lot of heat during the day. Well, that was a year and a half ago. This is what it looks like today. Up beyond the little fence there is the first pond. It'll overflow down to the second pond basin I have once I have it dug in. I want to put fruit trees around it and a bench or something down along here. I did some trimming on this hedge today as well. And as you can see up top there, I have the top bed. The grapes are there, and then I have onions and peas along the back that are still growing. There's onions and potatoes in this bed, tulip up there. The original tulip that I showed you in the video, that was the reason I started making these beds. I actually was trying to figure out ideas and got suggestions to terrace it. So that's what I've been working on. So today I'm working on a second bed. I wanted to try something that Paul Wheaton had suggested in one of his videos. I really admire a lot of his work. So he suggested using moldy clay or moldy hay to kill off the weeds, which works well except for the fact that I have so much quack grass here. So I laid down a bunch of this hay material, and as you can see, it's rotting down quite well. But what I'm doing now is sheet mulching directly over top of that. I'm using some grass clippings that I cleaned up with the weed eater, the cherry tree mulch, as well as the mulch off this carragana hedge. And hopefully within the next year or so, I'll have a nice bed here that I can plant in, just like the beds above it. And soon, rather than being a sandy, rocky hillside, this will be producing me food. This is just another example of how permaculture techniques work, and work well. And so if you want to try this at home, it's easy, simple. You can do your research, find out how. And to me, it's the simplest way of gardening, and I'm going to end up with a beautiful hillside rather than an ugly spot in my yard. Thanks for watching.